Good time zones, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Talladega Superspeedway right here on the Racers Elite Network. Today, we are bringing out our pickup trucks once again to this fast 2.5 mile speedway for the New Year's Bash right here. I am Mike Taylor up here in the booth, and as always, I have the man, the myth, the legend, the guy of pure chaos is Dakota LaRue. And before we get fully down and into it today, ladies and gentlemen, we want to give a big shout out to Andrew Teft and Richie Joplin, I believe. It is his birthday as well. So we want to give you guys a big shout out. Happy birthday to you guys. Happy New Year. And right here in chat, hello, Cupcake. Happy New Year. Blake, yep, we're going to have a better race today. You guys just watch. And let's get down to it. We have just a couple more moments here left in qualifying. Let's see who we can catch out here and around on track. So we got Richard Ode right here on track at the moment in his number 78 machine. Currently, Blake Viking, he is going to be the Viking of the day, I believe. I think we're going to have to keep our eyes out on Blake Viking as he is set to, well, you know, redo from yesterday. So I think Blake has a really good shot here today. Dakota, what's your thoughts about today, and what are we looking forward to the most in 2026?
Thoughts for today is these guys are starting to learn the new draft package a little bit with these trucks, so I look forward to seeing a little bit more interesting racing here. As I'm telling you, once they get the hang of it, that middle of the top line is really where you want to be at. And looking into 2026, trying to get some more broadcasting and, enjoy life, I guess.
Absolutely. So we got 33 trucks here with us today. A couple newcomers, that we're still not sure of who is who. We got somebody named in here Daytona Cross. Dwayne Drummond. I remember you, Dwayne. How you doing, buddy? Viking. No, that's Viking, man. It's not Viking. No, you guys spelled your name wrong. That's it, man. What was that, Dakota?
Nothing. You don't tell the man how to say his own last name.
Damn straight I am.
No question, remember?
Okay. It's not as bad as the words you were using. Thank you very much. Oh, it's always a great day up here in the booth. I'm so happy to be here, everybody. We are absolutely in for a real treat of a race. We've got, 85 laps on deck today?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so we're gonna have a lot of fun. As Brett Bray, he's gonna come through the tri-oval here for the final time, taking a very wide angle there.
Well, I don't know why anyone would like being in the booth, because every time I talk, it kind of gets all jumbled up and starts to sound like this.
No comment.
Remember that time, Babu?
Roots is the name to remember.
I'm a root for whoever that is, I guess.
Alrighty, so that's going to end it here for our qualifying session, ladies and gentlemen. You know what that means. It is time to get ready to go racing here at Talladega Superspeedway on this beautiful New Year's Eve. We are absolutely excited to get this thing underway. And as we start Okay. So before we get this thing underway, I could tell right now I'm gonna mispronounce somebody's name, so I apologize, John, in advance. But let's go ahead and take a look at our starting lineup for tonight's event. Starting on the pole, Blake Viken and Steve Vesta, his outside row number 2, Richard Ode and John Solwitzky. Row number 3, Dana Ryan and Timothy Eisburn. Row number 4, Ryan Warp and Jeremy Root in that 0-1 machine. Joe Bonner and Stephen Luttrell, they'll share row number 5. Row number 6, you got Richie Joplin and Barry Nelson. Row number 7, Jack Kelly, Danny Barnes. Row number 8, Mikey Allen and Truth Hope. Row number 9, you got Austin Sale and Jonathan Stidham.
Alrighty.
Alright, guys, well, I apologize about that. And while we're going to go ahead and get this thing back underway, we're going to get caught up back up here on our starting grid. Yeah, Danny Barnes, row number 8 again is going to be Mikey Allen, Truth Hope. Row number 9, we have Austin Sale and Jonathan Stidham. Deja Vu with row number 10, Aaron Roth, Dwayne Drummond. Row number 11, Max Gamble and Daytona Cross. Row number 12, Matt Metler and Chris Goxel. Row number 13, you got Mike Fudge and Brett Bray. Row 14, Kevin Allen and Brandon Puffenbargner. Andrew Teft and Troy Thomas will make up row number 15. Row number 16, Dennis Kane and Mark Ozier. Rounding out our field is going to be Steve Cassell in that number 1 machine on row number 17. Ladies and gentlemen, we're getting ready to go green flag racing here. I hope you guys are ready. I'm ready. I am pumped. And you guys throw out all of your favorite drivers who you guys are rooting for here today. And we're going to get ready to go green flag racing here. As you take a look here at the field as they get ready to come into the tri-oval here. And it is now in the hands of Barney, our wonderful flagman, all the way on the other side of this tri-oval. Ladies and gentlemen, get ready because we are going green flag racing right here at Talladega for the New Year's Bash. So far, a really good run for both lanes here. No one's really getting an advantage on the other lane. But Viken finally getting out in front of that 06 machine of Steve Vest on the outside here.
It looks like we got 2 dropping down to the apron to get to the back already, potentially smelling a wreck early into this race.
Yeah, so down below we got that 01 machine of Jeremy Root. And I want to say that's Richie Joplin down there as he's getting loose and up into the wall. And there goes Richie Joplin. Joplin, catch a gear, buddy. As we come back out front here to your race leaders, it looks like Blake Viken. It's going to be Richard Ode. He will lead the first lap here today. Really great racing so far early on here, side by side. A lot of drivers leaving plenty of room, unlike last night. This is the kind of racing we like to see.
Mike is still going on about last night.
Shut up.
We leave last night and the past, sir.
We are going to leave last night in 2025. as we look forward to 2026.
But some pretty solid 2x2 racing at the moment. But there's that outside line really starting to get formed up here. As I said, these guys have kind of figured out the draft package a little bit better as they've done a couple of races now. So
Yeah, I mean, you got that 018 machine, John Zueski. John, I apologize that I butchered your name. I'll have to get with you to figure out how to exactly pronounce it, my friend. But he's out front here. This is definitely the first time I've seen this name. We've got two drivers dropping down. They're going to fall to the back here. It looks like it's going to be Dana Ryan in that number 46 machine. And I think I saw the 51 drop back as well. Yeah, Blake. Yeah, Blake, what are you doing? He says, we're not playing this game. He's dropping back. So now up front, Stephen Luttrell, he's already made his way up here to the to that second spot as that truck on the outside gets mega loose, and that's going to be Barry Nelson in that number 28 machine. That 7 machine of Danny Barnes is all over the back bumper of Barry Nelson. I thought for sure he was going to go around there. You guys, just remember, we're still only working lap 4.
I think that's pronounced Shulshevsky. Shulshevsky, something like that.
Solzelski. I don't know.
I think it's the Z is more like an H, so it'd be like Shulshevsky.
All right, so John, it is.
All right.
For now. For now. All right, so the field is finally catching up to Richie Joplin in that number 89 machine. So these guys are going to start minding their P's and Q's, figuring out where they are at. I mean, the track is wide enough, but, I mean, we've seen incidents where some people just don't pay enough attention here.
Yeah, and by God, he turns left and takes out the whole field. No, I'm just playing. But
yeah, right.
As an example.
Now, I have been in a very interesting predicament where a lap down car did take out the entire field during the Daytona 500. That was wild.
I did a league race a little while back. It was out of Atlanta, high draft speed, everyone's bumper to bumper. Well, a lap car had been letting everybody go by. Whenever I got to the lead, he decided that instead of moving, he was just going to park it right in front of me. So that was great. I got checked up in time. The people behind me didn't.
Yeah, that's usually how it happens.
I got sent straight into the wall and meatballed.
Definitely. Sounds just about right, but we got a new race leader up front. It's going to be Barry Nelson in that number 28 machine. Getting a good push here by John.
I don't even want to say his name. I got a feeling he's going to end up getting involved in something if we even talk about him here.
Joe Hendry.
Yeah, say his name and he appears. That is a very beautiful paint scheme on like 55.
Oh, trouble! Oh. The 7 around off the front of Truth Oak. And now chaos ensues behind. I don't think we only see like 4, maybe 5 cars involved in this one. So that could have definitely been a lot worse. As you see Danny Barnes here with the blown motor on that number 7 machine.
I think that might be ruled on the 55 there. I'm not real sure. Taking a look at it here.
Yeah, let's definitely come back here, take a look, and see what happened. 55 Truth Hope.
Kind of looking like the 55 might have came down to try to side draft a little bit and just came down a little too much. But it also kind of looks like 7 truck might have came up just a hair.
Yeah, they definitely met somewhere in the middle. So, I mean, the 7, the 55, I mean, the 71 had absolutely nowhere to go. Look at Jonathan Stidham barely getting involved there. Here comes that 4 truck of Dennis K. Did he not make contact with anybody?
Um, my iRacing had a seizure halfway through the wreck, so I can't see most of it.
We are going to have to go back right on board here with that 4 truck because I don't think he hit anybody. All right, let's listen. He may have got tapped. But because it's me being me, I have to go back and actually look. Gonna go use that camera I don't like using. If I even have it. Let's see. Yeah, I don't think we have it with these cams. Alright. So actually, let's use our blimp interview. By the way, all these cams are provided by Whiplash Cams. Absolutely beautiful cameras. I love them to death. I really do. And here we go. Yeah, we're going to get a really good view here. All right, here he comes. Okay, yeah, so he made a little bit of contact. Just a little bit of contact. All right, and I think the guy that benefited from this caution is going to be Richie Joplin in that number 89 machine. He was the lucky dog. So he's going to come around. He already came around, got his lap back. So we are now doubling them up here. How many laps? We are going for 85 laps today. Hey, DJ, if you're still in chat, buddy, why are you not racing, sir? Oh, I just realized, William Luttrell, welcome in, buddy. Good to hear from you.
Yeah, also your lap counter isn't showing for some reason, but we are currently on lap 9 of 85, just to let Mr. Simonton there know.
Yeah, it doesn't show in the 2025 timing tower when we are under caution.
Oh, yeah. I did have an issue with that a little while back with something else.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's the downfall about this tower, but I absolutely love this tower for it.
So by the time we go back green, we will be coming to the start of lap 11. So we'll have 75 laps to go at that point.
Well, they're about to come to start lap 9.
They should be getting ready to come to start lap 10.
I don't know. I don't care because we're going back green flag racing, ladies and gentlemen. Ryan Warp, Barry Nelson will bring the field back to the green flag. And
I was farther back in the pack and didn't realize I was already double filed up.
yeah, Ryan Warp out there with a really good lead. As you see, Barry Nelson, he's going to stay right there up top with Steven Luttrell, and they're going to get a really good head of steam here down the back straightaway, as they are definitely well more in formation than that inside lane, so they're definitely going to start chugging along, and Luttrell and Nelson both are going to drop down in front of Ryan. Well, I apologize about that, ladies and gentlemen. Not exactly sure what all of a sudden is going on here with my OBS. I had like 5 really good races, no issues, and not exactly sure why we're going through the starting grid, but we're going to go through the starting grid all over again here, ladies and gentlemen. All right. So you guys really did not miss anything, except we got 2 different packs formed at the moment. Now we are 3 wide in the middle of the pack. I don't know, Cupcake. I don't know. You hate speedway tracks and spending time with the wife. That's very, very well. All right, now we are 3 wide. What is it? 4 rows deep now?
Yeah, we're a good 3 wide for 4 or 5 rows deep here. They're kind of beating and banging a little bit as a couple of them got a little loose there. But it looks like the top lane is going to prevail at the moment here. I've got 4 Red Line Racing Network trucks lined up together here.
Yeah.
Doing a little bit of teamwork.
Yeah. Red Line Racing is absolutely phenomenal, and they really do know how to work together very well. So definitely keep your eye out on that for sure.
Yeah, I think Mr. Mantler's been trying to put together a team to start running some more events and such. But Steven Luttrell starting to lead that middle lane now, working his way up here to about that 3rd place spot, trying to get caught up to our leaders at the moment. It looks like the 78 machine of Ode is going to hop up there and get in front of Steven Luttrell as well. Steven coming in with a full head of steam, gives him a really good push, and that's going to put him into the lead for this lap here. And the 78 is going to drop back down to the bottom. Yep. And here comes Steven Luttrell with the full head of steam in that middle lane. I'll say he should be able to clear him here on the backstretch.
Yeah, John's right there, right behind Luttrell, giving him a good shove on that outside lane as we now see Ode starting to fall back a little bit here. And we're going to go back 3 wide racing here on the back straightaway heading into turn number 3.
Yeah, this is what I was talking about, you know, with these guys figuring it out. You can see how much the middle lane and top lane is able to get runs on the bottom here. Just because of the new side draft function. All they really got to do is just kind of not even really get on their door, just around their right rear. They ain't even got to be super close. It just kills the momentum on the inside lane.
Yeah, it really does. And, you know, as they continue to run now side by side, you guys saw Austin Salem, that number 24 3 car, go from the lead all the way now back to that 12th spot by getting stuck there. And now we got some really interesting racing going on throughout the field.
Yeah, but we are still 3 wide, about, you know, 3 cars back, 2 rows deep here. And it looks like the middle lane is starting to get a little wiggly here.
Yeah, it's just a little wiggle wiggle. As we ride on board here with Steven Luttrell. Let's jump back here just a little bit here with Steve Cassell in that number one machine, as he is trying to come back up through the field. Now remember, Steve, he started dead last today in the field, so he's made his way all the way up here to 13th so far early on, so he's doing an incredible job at trying to make his way back, or make his way through the field. And I'm going to start keeping my eye on that number one machine today.
And these guys on the inside are just not getting connected the way they need to right now.
Yeah, they're definitely having a lot of issues back here. As we take a look here at Jack Kelly getting in contact here with his partner in crime, the number one machine. So now we're going to start to watch these guys start moving up through the field. So just keep your eyes on that as we see Steven Luttrell trying to make a run all by himself there on the outside. We got one truck that peeled way off, as he's going to go ahead and come back up. That was Aaron Roth in that number 57 machine. A lot of movement happening right now up here at the front of this field. That inside lane is finally getting themselves all figured out and sorted out, and now they're slowly starting to make way on that outside lane, as that outside lane has fallen back right now to that fourth spot. Give me one moment. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. Dwayne Drummond in that 041 machine. He has made his way out front after climbing all the way from that 20th starting spot. So he's come up a long way. And Matt Metler as well, who's now in that second spot. He's come up from 23rd up into that second spot here as we are coming to lap number 20. And now that outside lane's finally got themselves more formed, as those five trucks on the outside are going to start to make their way up alongside that number 76 of Kevin Allen. I just want to jump back here to this second pack for just a moment. That's being led back here by that 01 machine of Jeremy Root. They've got Richie Joplin, Blake Viken, Dana Ryan, Steve Vest, Mike Fudge, Jonathan Stidham. All these guys are just hanging out back here, running just about 2 seconds back from Andrew Teft, who is the last car in the front pack. And they're not necessarily letting them get too far out in front, and as long as these guys stay just like this, they'll be able to catch them here in no time.
So far, it's been some pretty solid racing. A lot of side-by-side action. I mean, still got a pretty big group up here together. I mean, very surprising. Typically, we get 2 or 3 groups spread out by now. I mean, it even looks like a couple of people are catching back up here.
Yeah, definitely. Now that number 3 of Austin Sale, he's the leader on the outside, sideways. He got big time sideways there, and he's going to drop up or go up top to allow everybody to get by, including that one of Steve Cassell in that number 1 machine, as those guys are continuing to make their way out to the front of this field. Ryan Warp. Oh, no, that was not Ryan. Oh, is that number 18 machine of John? He jumped up in front of Steven Luttrell as they're now going to bump draft down the front straightaway here to try to gain back on the front leaders here. With this new draft package, as we continue to watch these guys circle around, I'm just seeing a lot of movement back and forth. And I don't know if that's just because of, the aerodynamic that iRacing has implemented, as we see John in that 18 machine go for the race lead here on Danny Barnes. But these trucks are definitely moving a lot more than what I'm used to seeing.
So I will say, I know especially when you're 3 wide, if you're in the middle, it feels like you're driving on air, in a sense. It's like the truck's lifted up and you have like less force feedback in your wheel, in a sense, to the point just because the side draft. So yeah, it does kind of affect it a little bit, but some of this is just people making some very snappy moves to try to like close the distance very quickly, and then some of it has to do with the draft, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely
We got an issue about the 71.
Yeah, though the 1 is around.
Rewind that a little bit, take a look, see what happened here.
Yeah, the 1 is around the 78 of Richard Ode.
So Steve could sail on the 1 here.
Yeah, let's Steve, he worked his way from dead last. Oh wait, a little too far back. Hang on, guys. Now we're with the right incident here.
I think I'd have to chop that one up to a racing incident right there.
Yeah, he also probably tried to self-clear himself. Andrew Teft involved in this one here as well. A lot of really good trucks involved here.
Yeah, luckily it doesn't look like anyone's got super major damage, but there is a pretty decent amount of damage in the field here. Seems mainly like aero damage, not like any wheel damage or anything that I can see on most of these drivers, which is pretty good for them. They might be able to go into the pits and get it fixed here without having to use the fast repair.
Oh, there was contact back here. That 51 got hit by Steve Vest there. this right here with John Stidham. Oh, he's all the way back here. Brett Bray trying to woe it down. Oh, Brett Bray might have been able to actually get through it. Let's find out. Kind of jumped on with him halfway. Alright, so while we're under this caution, I'm going to take a minute here and take a look, see what happened. Anyway, you guys did not miss anything. As soon as I realized it was dropping, I stopped it. And now we're going to go ahead and resume. Yeah, so Brett Bray, he was able to get through it with no problems. Alright, so while we're under this caution. Yeah, everything looks beautiful on my end. Let's see. So I'm actually going through now and starting to close out some things that shouldn't be open that are open for some odd reason. Hopefully that will help. All right, that should do it.
All right, looks like Steven Luttrell leading us back to the green here on the outside lane. Jack Kelly's going to be to his inside. And both of these guys is going to be pushed by Joe Bonner and Barry Nelson here.
All right, I closed everything that I could think of here.
Pace slots are off on the pace truck this time, and we should be coming through 3 and 4, getting ready to come down this long straight stretch after the truck pulls off to our restart zone.
Absolutely.
So about to be the start of lap 28 here. So far it seems like we've been able to make it about 10 or so laps per caution here.
Yeah, definitely really good racing so far early on here.
And I just got something that someone crashed, so let me go take a look at it here. Yeah, okay. You can go take a look at that. Steve Cassell on that one machine.
You said Steven?
Steve Cassell on that one machine. Should be side by side with the 46 as they were getting ready to come onto the front stretch out of 4, I believe.
Yeah, that's weird. I did not receive that notification, but I'm going to take a look here, see what's going on.
I always like to go double check and be sure it's not just them randomly stopping on the track or something.
Yeah, it looked like that 46 of Dana Ryan had an incident there with him. But they're going to go ahead and get themselves sorted out now. Unfortunately, that will drop Cassell to that 24th spot. So he will drop pretty far back from that 14th spot. So very unfortunate there for him. All right. So the field is coming through 3 and 4 here once again, and lights are off. We're gonna make sure we have no issues, and we're gonna go back green flag racing. And this time, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna crank it up on this restart. So we're gonna pipe down. We're gonna crank it up. You guys enjoy this restart. So we got trouble here in the back. Steve Cassell, he is, looks like he's stuck, down against the inside wall here. Not exactly sure, what happened there. Alright, so let's go back, take a look here, and see what happened. Oh. That right there is a wheel disconnect. Yeah, definitely very unfortunate there for him. This is what it looks like. Just minding your own business, and that's the wheel. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. I don't know. That's very interesting. I hope he's okay. No, that's definitely not a wheel disconnect. But something definitely went amiss. Ah, so we do have some takers down here on pit road. Yeah, possibly Gerald. Dakota, do you still got a copy?
Yeah, I'm trying to fix something with my racing right now because it's very, very laggy.
Turn down how many cars you can see at once.
I got it down pretty low. Let me go check again. Who who was in that wreck? It didn't even show on my SDK.
Um, that number one machine. We're gonna jump down real quick, Dakota. We'll be right back, okay?
All right.
Hey, John, it's Mike up in the booth. You got a copy? Hey, John, I'm in your head here in Discord. You got a copy?
Yep, got a copy. You got me?
Yes, sir. Hey, brother, how do you pronounce your last name?
Sholcheski is how it's pronounced.
Sholcheski.
Very, very Polish.
Sholcheski. Got you. Well, yeah, we were very curious on that, and I just want to jump down here to get a good verification on that. But how's your race going so far while we're under this caution?
Well, started off pretty good, running up in the top 5, top 10, all throughout the first run. Got caught up in somebody else's incident there, and right now I'm just trying to survive till the end and have a good piece. Still don't have a fast repair anymore to try to go get back up into that lead group.
Yeah, definitely. You definitely got a good fast truck out there, and I'll go ahead and let you go, and good luck.
Beautiful, thank you.
Hey, Max, this is Mike up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I gotcha.
Hey, Max, how's your day going in that number 70 machine?
So far, it's going pretty good. We're staying clean so far.
Awesome, awesome. Well, I know we're getting ready to go green, but I just want to jump up and say good luck, have fun, and hopefully we'll talk at you soon.
Appreciate you checking in.
Alrighty, guys, so I just wanted to jump through to a couple drivers real quick. And we're going to get ready to go green flag racing here, and under the next caution, we'll try to talk with somebody else again, and we're going to have a good old time. But until then, Stephen Luttrell, Joe Bonner will make up your front row here as we get ready to go back green flag racing and into the United Rentals restart zone. Luttrell is on the gas, and Ryan Warp is right there on his bumper as they head towards turn number 1. Luttrell, he will stay up high with Ryan Warp in that number 45 machine, as that number 57 of Aaron Roth, he's glued to that back bumper of Joe Bonner as they will now exit turn number 2, still side by side here for that top spot. But right now, Stephen Luttrell has that better run down the back straightaway as these drivers are getting themselves back into some sort of a rhythm here. Really good movements here right now as these drivers are coming through the tri-oval here, and they're just about back up to full song, and Luttrell once again going to lead this lap, getting a good push there by Ryan Warp in that number 45 machine. A couple of these drivers are jumping just a tad bit sideways, but for the moment they're going to hold steady. I don't know. Oh, trouble. Trouble in the back. Caution is out. As I think I'm going to get ready to throw my computer out the window again. Let's come back here and take a look, see what happened. It started right around Mike Fudge in that number 2 machine. Oh no, right in front. It was that number 3 machine. As you see everybody going down low to miss it. Let's go back here and take a look with that 3 machine. Let's see if we can get a better look here. He goes up into that outside lane and he just loses it on his own. Comes back down, up into the wall in front of Dennis Kane. And he will come back down on all fours. And the 76 of Kevin Allen, he might have been the only other driver here to actually go around. Yep. As you see that number 324 truck just riding backwards there. See someone rooting for that number 51 driver of that black pink Toyota there, Blake Viking. That anymore. So we do have some drivers coming down pit road. Ryan Warp, Dennis Kane, Troy Thomas.
Yeah, I got about half and half on, people taking to the pits and people staying out right now.
Yeah.
As I'm sure these drivers still are not good on fuel to make it all the way to the end of this race.
Yeah, I don't think they are. We are working lap number 37 at the moment. Of, what is it, 85?
Mm-hmm.
I wonder. Nope, this can't be that because there's nothing here. Well, while we still got one more caution, I'm going to run a real quick short commercial break. And when we come back, we should get ready to go back green flag racing.
He's opening the door right there. Run. With a head of steam moving to the outside his chin. Richie says it can't be done. Tony Shallen says turn on the reggae music. If you're gonna pass me, you're gonna do it high.
There is just one more lap remaining, and look how close Modoff is. He got the slipstream.
There we go. 2 laps to settle it in the Blue Emu Firecracker 400. Whatever you got to give it now. Back to green we go.
On the final lap, side by side, they still run wheel to wheel. Now, through the snake, the S as we go. Quaro edges ahead. Modoff is still there.
White flag, 1 more to go in the Daytona.
Alrighty, guys, welcome back again. I do deeply apologize about everything. Um, I wish I had answers, and I wish I knew why.
Well, that's all right. We still got plenty of laps to get it figured out.
Right? Well, I mean, I guess I'll take it. I mean, we're getting ready to start a new year here in about 2.5 hours, okay? For me. So, I'd rather leave all the gremlins and crap here in 2025. And in 2026, we come out swinging.
Hopefully, I can get my computer situated as well, as I think I might be getting time for either more memory or a better CPU. I haven't got it figured out yet.
Yeah, I was told more memory might be good. I mean, I currently have 16, but they said, 32 will be great for doing what we do here. So it's definitely something on my to get list. But ladies and gentlemen, Stephen Luttrell, Joe Bonner once again bringing the field back to the green flag as they will come across the line here. Really good start here by Stephen Luttrell. And last time he had, he had Aaron Roth behind him, and he's still right there with him. So I'm pretty sure Stephen Luttrell, he's going to be very happy in that number 36 machine for the moment. As you see Joe Bonner and Barry Nelson trying to work that outside lane, as they've already fallen back to just about that 4th spot, as they need to get themselves rounded back up and start making their way back to the front of the inside lane here. And just like that, they're starting to make ground just a little bit here, starting with Richie Joplin in that number 89 machine.
Yeah, they're definitely starting to build up a little bit of momentum in that middle lane. They're already up to the 3rd car here. Everyone finally kind of getting formed up. It did take them quite a bit, but that middle to outside lane is definitely very strong. So, regardless, they should be able to get back up here side by side or take over the lead here possibly.
Yeah, for sure. As they are coming up on that lap down truck of Steven Cassell, looking to put him, looks like just about 9 laps down now. So definitely something big happened with Steve, and, glad to see that he is back out here on track to finish out this race. So I'm wondering if there was some sort of electrical issue with his race truck, or needed to get a battery replaced or something. But glad to see him back out, and he's going to tack on to the back of this field as they head back up into the high banks of turn 1 and 2. Yeah, that outside lane has just lost all of its momentum as they have fallen all the way back to just about that 7th spot. As you see Bonner here running side by side with Truth Hoke in that number 55 machine.
Oh man, do we call this the calm before the storm? Because this is looking pretty calm right now.
I mean, it's very well possible. We're getting right about that halfway point next lap. Actually, it's like the middle of this lap is the halfway point.
Yeah, it's about the middle of the back stretch or so.
Right. As we do drop back a little bit here, they are running 3 wide back here, deep, further back in this field. So now, as I say that, they all decide that they're going to go ahead and run 3 wide. And it's starting with Joe Bonner in that number 53, of course.
It's just allowing for the guys on the inside up here in the front to just run very comfortably there right now.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, so as of right now, we've got only 3 trucks stuck to that outside lane. Blake Beacon. Blake Beacon. That 01 machine, he's up there as well. Of Jeremy Root, he's slowly starting to make his way up through the field now. All right, so they kind of got themselves settled down now as we jump back up here towards the front of the field. Jonathan Stidham is now leading that outside lane with Joe Bonner behind him, and I know that these two drivers work very well together. As long as Bonner can stay right there on the back bumper of that number 42 machine, they're going to be just fine. But of course, you got Andrew Tefton, that number 98 machine, thinking about trying to take it 3 wide. And as I say that, he does take it 3 wide. And that 76, is he going to go with him? Yeah, Kevin Allen, he will decide to go with him around the outside there. But they just lost all that momentum from that last second decision by that number 76 machine. So they're going to continue to fall back, but they're still running 3 wide back in the back. That outside lane just keeps getting so disoriented. It is not working out in their favor whatsoever.
Yeah, they're really going to have to get it organized and just let somebody be a leader here.
Yeah, and right now, Truth Hope decided that he's going to try to be the race leader up on the outside there. So we're going to have to see what Stidham can do behind Truth Hope here and maybe try to get that middle lane back towards the front. As you see that 28 machine of Barry Nelson making his way to the outside and run 3 wide.
Yeah, it looks like the 01 will hop up here and help him as well. And it's an absolute dogfight back here in the back, man. They're all over the place.
Yeah, they may be all over the place. However, we are absolutely looking at 3 wide racing in that back part of that field here.
You'd think we were racing for the last couple of laps here of the race, but these guys are just very comfortable in doing this, as we do have a little bit of a wiggle on the inside. I believe that was the 80 machine.
Yeah, it looked like the 80 and the 46, they both kind of got wiggly there in the middle of 3 and 4. So that kind of stacked up and slowed down that middle lane just a little bit. But there.
Alrighty, folks, welcome back. And we did miss an incident here, so let's see. I believe it was Ryan Warp in that 47 machine. Involved Andrew Teft, Brett Bray, and potentially Kevin Allen here.
Very unfortunate for those 4 drivers right there. As you know, it just shows that one wrong quick movement of the wheel just absolutely upsets the race truck.
Yeah, it kind of looked like a couple people were trying to come down and get in front of Kevin here. They made contact with him. They got him a little bit loose, sent him up into Andrew, and just unfortunate that a couple of people wasn't able to dodge the incident. So they're gonna have to go up the pits, get a little bit of damage fixed here. Back on the live side of things, though. Looks like almost the entire field is coming down the pit road this time to get some fuel. We had a couple people stay out. Nope. Stu and Latrell are going to win the race off of pit road here. It's going to leave him first. Richie Joplin coming out second. Aaron Roth third. Truth Hope fourth. And Jack Kelly, who I've not seen a lot of up here today. Going to be in that P5 area. Alrighty, we should be going back green at the end of lap 50 here. They still got to go around, I believe, another time here after they get double filed up.
Yep.
And we will be back to green flag racing.
That we will. I just want to apologize to everybody out there. I want to apologize to Andrew. I'm just absolutely lost for words. I legitimately, I don't know what's going on.
While we are under pacing, I need to go check something.
Alrighty.
Okay, so CPU. It's so weird. It's like running at 38 and then all of a sudden it's spiking up to like 90.
Yeah, you know, and that makes me wonder. I wonder if iRacing is having issues.
I mean, it could potentially be having issues and kicking your OBS off. But I mean, I don't never really lag on iRacing. I might have some stutters now and again when there's a really big wreck with a lot of cars, but I'm having issues today. To the point that I've closed out almost everything. But things do happen sometimes.
Yeah, so I think I actually might know what my problem is. and that's a problem. But that's going to be a problem for later as we're getting ready to go back green flag racing. Stephen Luttrell, Richie Joplin, and that number 89 will bring the field back to the green flag. And we are in that United Rentals restart zone, and we are green flag racing once again here at Talladega Superspeedway. Really good jump there once again for Stephen Luttrell and Aaron Roth, who's still right there, right behind him. And on the outside, Richie Joplin, he's waiting for Truth Hoke to get glued to his back bumper. And here comes Chris Gotzel in that 707 machine on the third truck on the outside there. He's slowly starting to make some noise up here in the top 5. We haven't really talked about him all day.
Bit of an issue on that outside line. Not quite sure what happened there, but it looked like the 89 had some kind of a weird drift for a second, and it caused the 55 to shake up a little bit, but they got it straightened back out. Are battling hard around that 3rd and 4th spot, trying to get up here to our leaders on that outside. Yeah. And they do have a little bit more help coming from Chris in that 707 machine, and I believe the 7 of Danny as well.
Yeah, I think Truth Hoke, he is trying to get a little bit more out of Richie Joplin than Richie Joplin can give. And that's just causing Richie Joplin to go all over the place on that on the outside there. And that's going to eventually start to slow their momentum.
Yeah, it looks like Richie's just having a little bit of issues with some of the pushes, like you said. Just really kind of getting bent out of shape, especially on the exits here. I'm not quite sure what's going on, but Truth Hoke is absolutely giving him the business like it's the last lap of the race right now, trying to get them up there. And it is working beautifully as they come out of 4 this time. Now side by side with 2nd place in the 89 machine, Richie Joplin with Aaron Roth here.
Yeah, now they are definitely starting to make room on that outside as they are using that side draft to their advantage as they are 3 wide behind them. And here comes that outside lane now, that 0-1 Jeremy Root. People told us at the start, right before this race started, that we want to keep Root in mind. And sure enough, here he comes around the outside as looks like Matt Metler in that 311. No, that's I think that's Daytona Cross up there. Yeah. So Daytona Cross up there in front of Root. And they got that 51 machine of Blake Veakin behind them as well on that outside. So they're slowly but surely starting to reel in the bottom 2 lanes here as they are now running side by side for right about that 5th spot.
Yeah, it looks like Matt Metler's having a little bit of radio connectivity issues here, so hopefully he's able to get that sorted out fairly quickly.
Yeah, Daytona Cross was left to the outside all to him lonesome himself, and he's going to drop back almost to the tail end of the field here with that number 51 right behind him. But as we come back up here to our top spot, it looks like, that 7 of Danny Barnes is now cracking up alongside of Chris Gotzel in that 707 machine.
Yeah, but there was a pretty big check up there in that middle line for a second, so that did cause them a little bit of momentum.
Yeah, as a lot of guys decide that they're going to go right up to that outside wall to form a 3rd line. And now they're continuing to run side by side behind them.
Yeah, I believe Matt Miller went to the high side because he knows he is blinking just a tad bit, but there is going to be a little bit of a wreck behind him, but I think they were able to save it there. And never mind.
Yep, Blake Veekin involved in this one. Mike Fudge in that number 2 machine. Troy Thomas looks like he's involved in this one. So let's go back, take a look, see what happened. It looked like they tried to go 4 wide for a brief moment. And just unfortunate for all those drivers back there getting involved. Troy Thomas tried to avoid, but he had I'm not exactly sure what truck that is, and that Mike Fudge absolutely nowhere to go. That's the 00 machine. A lot of really good cars or trucks taken out in this one here as well. All right, looks like everybody except Truth Hoke and Chris Scottsel is going to come down pit road.
Yeah, they must have said track position over a couple laps of fuel there. As we're pretty close to having about 27 laps left, I think. So, do you think it'll be possible for anyone to make it on fuel here?
Oh, that 51 totally misses his pit stall there. I mean, it's going to be really close. You know, if we can get those drivers, you know, just to hang out, chillax in the back, I think they might be able to do it.
Yeah, that or maybe one more caution. A lot of these guys probably.
Time exists to help everyday Americans make it.
Yeah, so it's my memory that's zonking at it all out. You know what? Let me do one more thing. I'm going to go to a really quick commercial break. And hopefully when we come back, I can have no more crashes. All right, let's see if that helps whatsoever. I cranked down the settings just a little bit more. So we'll have to see what happens here. Yeah, Daytona, you had a really good run there, buddy.
You know what, bud? Let's shake off the cobwebs here. I'm about to go back green flag racing, and we will have about 26 to 27 laps. I believe 26 laps when we go green and left in this race. And let's look forward to a phenomenal finish here. So we're going to have Truth Hook leading us back to the green. We're going to have Chris in that 707 machine on his outside. Brandon Puffenbarger looking to push Truth here. And Andrew looking to push Chris. As the pace truck has finally pulled off, and we are coming to the restart zone this time.
Yeah, Truth Hope out front here, going to bring the field back to the green. And green flag is out here once again, and Truth Hope out to a very big lead here. Might be a little bit too big, as that inside lane will have to probably end up checking up a lot, depending on the speed difference here, as there's already a lot of movement back in the back.
I will say that 5 could jump to the outside if he really wanted to, but decides to stay down there behind Truth Hope and help him out.
Yeah, Brandon Puffenbarger in that number 5 machine, he's been a little bit of a quiet dark horse as of late, you know, showing up near the end of the races. He has not been able to pull out a win just yet, but that very well could change here today at Talladega. So this is also going to be, you know, really good bragging rights for tonight, because this is the last race for Racers Elite this year. So, you know, you're going to have a lot of good bragging rights, you know, say, hey, you know, I closed out 2025 with Racers Elite with a win, and then, you know, whoever wins the race on, what is it, Saturday, which is Saturday the 2nd, no, Friday the 2nd, you know, they've got
I've won the first race of the year.
Yeah, win the first race of the year. Unless if Andrew beats Andrew and decides, you know what, we're going to go racing tomorrow night too.
You never know with him. He could possibly do that.
Oh yeah, he's done it.
I do see someone sending it up the middle. I believe that is the 89 machine, gaining quite a bit of positions here, able to get up behind that 7 machine.
Yeah, that is Richie Joplin. You know, he's slowly trying to make some noise up here as well. You know, he squeezed himself in between those 2 cars. And he's like, excuse me, I'm coming through now. And he's going to tack on to the tail end of that middle pack there, as they hide up into turns 3 and 4 here once again. Oh, contact. 76, not in the wall. Good heads up driving there for those guys.
Yeah, it definitely could have been a lot worse. Just looked like I pushed going wrong there.
Yeah, Barry Nelson got a little bit loose on the exit there of the trial, and that checked up that inside lane. So now they're going to have to get themselves reorganized here once again, close up those gaps to help stop Chris Gotzel and company on the outside. But Luttrell, he's going to go up in front of that 707 machine, barely making it, and he's going to now try to lead that outside lane.
Hey, Latrell did mount a really good charge earlier on that outside lane to get himself up to the, the first spot here. So is he going to be able to do it again? He does have Chris helping him in that 707 machine. These two are, able to work together pretty decent since Chris has come onto the scene here.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, hold it, hold it. Steven Latrell using that side draft there on that number 28, getting sideways. And then Chris Gottsel did the same thing. He got sideways, checking up the whole entire outside lane, but it looks like it didn't really hurt that momentum. And surprise, surprise, here comes Andrew Teft in that Buffalo Bills Ford F-150 on the outside as well, that third truck in line. These trucks trying to get everything they can, out of that side draft without wrecking, but it's coming really, really close, and, they keep getting closer and closer.
Okay, man, the only way to test the limits is to really get down there and give it the business.
Yeah, that is true, as that 38 machine now goes down onto the apron. That's Jack Kelly. He slowed up that inside lane just a little bit, and here comes Steven Latrell now to the outside here on your race leader, Truth Hope. He's looking to overtake the lead.
Yeah, and Blake Viken looking to send it 3 wide here, about 10 cars back from our leaders right now. And they're really getting that outside line going, and they are gaining a lot of momentum down the backstretch. Steven Latrell dropping to the inside to take over the lead at the inside line. Looks like the 89 machine of Joplin's going to hop up to that third lane as well. We're going to have an absolute drag race coming down the front stretch here.
Oh, absolutely. We're definitely going to keep our eyes on it. Yeah, as these trucks, they're starting to move and wiggle and everything else like that, so I'm losing cars.
Oh, a little bit of contact between the 18 and the 89, and they are really tight 3 wide coming through 1 and 2 this time.
Yeah, definitely, as they are now running 3 wide behind them. So all these cars that you guys see on track, these are not all the trucks. There are some trucks missing. As I adjusted my graphics just a little bit, it took some of the trucks away. So that's why you keep seeing them pop in and out. So that's all on my end. There's nothing wrong with their connections or anything. But we have Andrew Teft once again coming up here and trying to take over that lead with 19 laps to go.
Yeah, if that had been the last lap, he would have won it, I believe, as he has almost cleared Chris in that 707 machine.
Yeah,
Andrew Teft getting a really good push from Barnes.
As we take away Andrew Teft out of the picture, as I thought we saw a little activity happening back here, and hence the reason why you see the front disappear like that. Interesting. Alrighty, so we're going to go ahead and come back up here, and Danny Barnes in that 7 machine, he is now out front in front of Andrew Teft.
You ain't lying when you said there's a lot of stuff going on back here. I see people putting it in very small holes and forcing their way 3 wide, trying to move up through this field right now, as we are currently 18 to go this time.
Yeah, as we see that, see John in that 018 machine, he took over the race lead very briefly, but Drummond in that 041, he's making some noise on that outside now, trying to take over the race lead, and here comes Bonner in that 53. He was looking, but he decided to take it right back in behind, but here comes that number 51 of Blake Viken now to the outside in front of that 01 of Jeremy Root. And now these 2 drivers are going to try to get that outside lane towards the front as we are getting ready to come 17 laps to go here at Talladega.
Oh man, do I smell something brewing back here?
I smell it too. I'm smelling smoke as they come cross start finish line. That outside lane now up to that second place set of cars there.
Oh, and there it
trouble.
goes. I believe that was Mr. Allen.
Yeah, but we are going to stay green flag. Let's come back here, try to take a look, see what happened to Mikey.
And holy, the run the outside lane just got that third lane.
Let's come back here and take a look, see what happened to Mikey Allen in that 51 machine. I'm sorry, that 67 machine. He got a little bit of help there. Definitely very unfortunate there for Mikey. Sorry, Cupcake. Well, let's go ahead and jump back up here and catch up with your race leaders. We currently have a 3-truck breakaway out front. Scholes, Zaweski, Barnes, and Teft. But now here comes everybody else reclaiming their spots right behind them.
And man, oh man, there was you missed a little bit of action there. We were 3 wide almost all the way up to the lead. We had someone switch lanes. It caused a big old checkup, and then now we're on basically single thought out.
As we're taking a look back here right around Joe Bonner and company, somebody tried to self-clear themselves, but realized at the last second that they were not clear. But so they were all able to keep it nice and straight here as we now have 15 laps to go. So with that Mikey Allen crash, I realized that there's actually quite a few trucks that are not up here in the front pack, which is actually very surprising. Oh, big checkup there out of Stidham.
Yeah, about 21st back has lost the pack from what it looks like. So we only got about 20 trucks up here in this lead pack at the moment. But single filed out, you know, coming 14 to go here. It's really going to be... I'm pretty sure most of these drivers should theoretically be able to make it to the end here.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be very, very close.
But pending any cautions, it's about time to start, you know, tightening them belt straps and getting ready for some high flying action here at Talladega Superspeedway, because the regression knob is about to be cranked all the way to 10. As we're starting to see the hornet's nest develop again here. I got a feeling we're going to be 3 wide before too much longer. 3 and 4 this time. Stephen Luttrell almost clear. Not quite enough though, so he's really going to have to hope that 5 truck's able to get to his back bumper before they come out of 4 to get a really good run down the front stretch here.
Yeah, that hornet nest that you're just talking about has absolutely just came alive here on the front straightaway, as we are now 3 wide, starting in that 5th spot on back. We are now 3 wide, 12 laps to go.
Man, I'm about to give Matt a hard time after this. You know that say his name and he appears? Well, every time I think about saying anything about him, he disappears.
Well, you just said his name, and here he comes on the outside, getting a good push there by fellow Red Line racers. And he will take over that race lead, and he's going to abandon his partner on the outside there, and he's going to slide down here in front of that 018. No, Andrew Teft, he's all the way down on the inside. And yeah, now he will come down on the inside. And he's going to slow up that inside lane now. A big push out of that from... I don't know who to talk about, guys. 3 wide all the way through the pack.
they're using every bit of this side drift here. As you see them kind of door banging the trucks in the middle lane here, and they're still 3 wide for around that 3rd place spot back. These guys are absolutely giving it everything they got. The Red Line Racing Network trying to work together here and hold up a few of these guys from the looks of it. Andrew Tift all over the back bumper of Matt Metler right now as they started to pull away on that inside line, but the 7 truck is going to be able to get back to the draft and back to the business as he is going to start reeling it back in, which is going to pull the 707 of Chris here. We're having a lot of wiggling in the middle lane. A big checkup out of that middle lane. They're still going to keep it going, though, as we're going to cross the line for 10 to go this time.
Yeah, 10 laps to go here at Talladega Superspeedway. 10 more laps for the 2025 year for Racers Elite Network. And this is going to get interesting. They are 4 wide. The 018 backs it out. He says, oh no, we're not going to end 2025 that way just yet. So he backs it out, and now everybody behind them, they will get all discombobulated, and now they got to now work their way back to catch that front 7.
Here comes the 76 with a full head of steam, possibly looking to go make a move on the outside. He should have a couple of trucks possibly following him, but it looks like they're going to stay on the inside.
There are 2 trucks that went up with him. That 041 of Dwayne Drummond, he went with him, and I believe that was the 78. Yeah, Richard Ode, he went with the 76. So, I'm sorry, yeah, 76 there. So now these guys are now single file on that outside, or I'm sorry, that middle lane now. And now they're starting to make their way back up towards the front of the field.
Yeah, 9 to go, and it's getting crunch time for a lot of these guys. So we're really starting to see a lot of more bold moves and people just really staying into the pushes here. But they still got to be careful. You know, anything can happen. And it is a super speedway, as we are still 3 wide racing behind these guys up here.
Yeah, it's definitely getting the go time here as Matt Metler will bring the field to 8 laps to go as they're getting ready to put that 17 Brett Bray 1 lap down.
These drivers, lap cars are doing a really good job about staying out of the way here. And, you know, they were 3 wide behind him, and they got it all sorted out here just to make sure they could let him, you know, on by and continue racing here.
Yeah, definitely. And, you know, even if it was, you know, even if some of these guys were running 3 wide, they are very well, you know, aware of their surroundings. And so they could have pulled it off if they went 4 wide for a couple deep, you know, so I wasn't too worried about that, but let me tell you what, we have Dwayne Drummond and Matt Metler out front now, both with red line, or actually we got 3 red line trucks out front, and then we have Andrew Teft with Chicken Coop on that 2nd truck on the inside.
Yeah, I just want to say, you know, we had a 7-car breakaway for a minute, but that didn't last too long as that 2nd group back there really did a good job to get caught back up. I will say with Matt having a little bit of radio connectivity issues there, it's making it very hard to push in.
You know, I don't think I've actually seen him blink at all.
Oh, it might just be on my end then.
Yeah, he's been pretty nice and steady here, and as they come out of turn 4 back to the tri-oval, you know, this here, I believe this is going to be our calm.
The storm is definitely brewing as we're 6 to go this time. And we've already seen them go 3 wide very early in this race, even 4 at times. So it's definitely not going to be no surprise if we're seeing that within the last 5 laps here.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that 1,000%.
I think I'd be more surprised if they only stay 2 wide here, but here we go, 3 wide.
That 51.
It's like 51 sending it down the middle.
Yeah, Blake Viken, he's like, excuse me, guys. And I don't think Joe Bonner was too happy about that as he went down and he gave that 51 just a little bit of a love tap on the side. You know, because Viken, he kind of just shoved his nose, you know, and made that hole happen. But I mean, we're coming to
Yeah.
5 to go, so it's go time, and Blake knows it.
He definitely did kind of run him up the track a little bit there to try to get into the draft here. Potentially looking to go up to the high side, but the 53 is going to get a really good run, so it ends up working out better for the 53 here, it looks like.
Yeah, definitely. You know, he's got that 57 of Aaron Roth behind him. You know, another guy that he works well with in that 42 of Jonathan Stidham. So we got 3 really good drafters up there, along with Stephen Luttrell. That outside lane's got really good group of guys. So Joe Bonner, he's definitely not going to be left hanging on the outside.
Yeah, we got a really good group of super speedway racers here tonight, so I'm not counting anyone out yet.
Joey says Blake knows it. Absolutely. 4 laps to go this time when we cross the start-finish line. We have just about 10 miles left. 4 laps. Who's going to start making the first move? Who is going to wait till the last second to make a move? Will it pay off?
Oh, Matt had to double think that one, as that 7 had a full head of steam coming through 1 and 2 that time.
Yep, and here comes Blake Viken now on the outside. He's going to try to lead that outside lane up towards the front, as they're side by side now with that 78 and the that 707 machine of Chris Gottsel. So
I think we got a couple people pitting.
no, 2 people coming down pit road. Andrew Teft, Chris Gottsel coming down pit road. 3 laps to go. How much is gas going to now play a factor into this?
Yeah, that's a very good question. As I said, you know, most of these drivers should be able to make it, but a lot of these guys were up towards the front almost the entire run here, so that does make me, you know, wonder.
Yeah, but here comes Blake Viken in that 51 machine and company with Ryan Warp behind him. He's looking to come take that race lead, but here comes Danny Barnes, and we have Chris Gottsel go around on exit of pit road, but that's not going to bring out our caution as they come out of turn number 4 into the tri-oval to come to 2 laps to go. That inside lane still holding strong. Side by side now, cross the start-finish line. Blake Viken, he will lead the pack to 2 to go. 3 wide racing all throughout the field except your top 2. This is going to be for the race, ladies and gentlemen. Viken in that 51, holding strong on the outside, not wanting to drop. He is following Ryan Warp wherever Ryan goes. Down to the inside, into the middle. Staying currently in the middle. They're finally hitting all the way down to the inside. Here comes Joe Bonner, but Joe Bonner gets turned. And the caution's going to come out.
And that is going to change things quite a bit here.
Absolute heartbreak for Joe Bonner in that number 53 machine. Richard Ode in the 78 machine with damage. Absolute pure chaos.
Looks like Bonner thought he might have been clear. Yeah, regardless there. They almost went 4 wide while he was in the process of spinning. 7 truck has nowhere to go. 78 nowhere to go. It's going to come down, and Stephen Luttrell barely getting through that. Nope.
Yeah, I don't think Bonner realized that they were 3 wide. Because that closed up so quick. I really don't think he realized that they were 3 wide there. But really hard hit for a couple of these drivers. Oof. Richard Ode, that number 38 machine of Jack Kelly involved here as well. The 7 machine Danny Barnes involved here as well. But my heart absolutely breaks for Joe Bonner. But the only thing he could say is he still has had a fast repair to use, so he's back out on track. All right, Dakota. Lights are off on the pace car. No, they're still on. We still got 2 more laps. At least 2 more laps before we go green. This will be a green-white-checkered attempt. I believe we do have 3 of those in our arsenal if we need it. AKA Discord if you're, or OBS if you're going to have issues now.
Where do you think her winner's coming from tonight? Let's go ahead and take a guess. I'll give you at least 5 positions.
So I'm looking, okay? Now hear me out. Blake Viken, Jeremy Root. The 2 guys that we were told to watch. Here they are going to start first and third. If these 2 hook up on this restart, it could be very beneficial to the both of them. Now.
Yeah, that is true.
Now, you also have Ryan Warp in that number 45 machine. And you still got Steven Luttrell back in that 8th spot in that 36 truck. I think any one of those 4 drivers can take the win if they play their cards right.
I'm completely different. I think the win is going to be coming from 10th on back. I think someone's going to be coming from the back of the field, driving their way through, getting to the front on the last lap, and somehow being able to win. That's what I'm thinking.
No pressure, Joe. It's all on you, buddy. You're coming all the way back from 24th to win this thing in 2 laps.
Hey, I mean...
Never say never.
I'm very surprised some more people didn't come down pits.
Now, because this can still happen, okay? We take the green, we get to the backstretch, and there's a mess. For all we know, Joe Bonner can move up all the way to, say, maybe 10th. Now, as I was saying before, I was rudely interrupted by OBS. A big crash could still happen. Okay? Joe Bonner from 23rd up to 10th. Okay? Another restart. It is 100% possible that he can drive from 10th to 1st in the final 2 laps.
I think it's possible he can drive from all the way back where he is to first. I think it's possible, not even just him, Barry Nelson. I mean, you got Andrew Tess back there, Kevin Allen, Jack Kelly, Hoke, Mike Fudge still back there, Puffenberg. I mean, there's a lot of people that could do it. But we'll have to see how the cards play out. It's all going to depend on what, everyone's in here thinking different things. So.
I mean, that's definitely right. Anything and everything could still happen. Green-White-Checkered when we come to the start. Blake Viken, Ryan Warp, Jeremy Root, Aaron Roth, Dwayne Drummond, Richie Joplin, Dennis Kane, Steven Luttrell, Jonathan Stidham, Matt Mettler, your top 10. These guys are still all in striking distance. And it's all about how this restart goes. We are getting into the restart zone. Viken, Warp, into the green flag, and we are green flag once again here at Talladega. 2 laps to go. Viken out to a big lead. Ryan Warp getting help out of Drummond in that 041 machine. Here they come through turn 1 and 2. The back group did not go, so we have a breakaway here for your top 8 or so.
Stop talking like the 51 ain't got it. That's good. I like that one.
Here they come through turns 3 and 4. Viken on the inside, getting a good push here from Jeremy Root. Ryan Warp and Dwayne Drummond. Ryan Warp, he will drop down in front of Viken, and that's going to put Viken back in that second truck to the inside. He's laying back, looking for a run. Final lap this time. Right now, Dwayne Drummond in that 041 machine has the position. That inside lane better formed. Here they come on the inside now, making their way up to the side of Drummond here, down the back straightaway for the final time for the 2025 year, right here on Racers Elite Network. Who is going to take the win? Ryan Warp getting a good push out of Viken in that number 51 truck. Warp getting all sideways. Viken, he is clear from that number 041 machine. Viken still pushing Warp. Not going to be able to make it out. Trouble in the back. Warp is around 2 trucks, 3 trucks upside down. It's going to be Ryan Warp for the win here at Talladega for the season, or for the year-ending race. What an incredible race. Came down to the final lap. Just absolute pure chaos in the tri-oval. Let's come back here. I'm sorry, Joe.
I'm just saying Johnson Stidham went from, back out of the top 10 to second. I was close.
Yeah, Jonathan Stidham did one heck of a job there. And, let's come back here and, so here's the checkered. Oh, where are you at, Blake? So let's dissect this. All right, the 89 gave that 041 machine a really bad push. Okay, and that came down with Viken. Viken had absolutely nothing to do with this. He was all by his lonesome self. 2 trucks up in the air, 3 trucks, 4 trucks up in the air. Oh, man. Just pure chaos. Post-race. And you're saying that Jonathan Stidham... Where was John through all this? Oh, he was definitely back here right about that 10th spot. So let's ride on board with all this pure chaos right here. Oh, he never lifted.
Hey, you don't win races by lifting. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, man. What an absolute crazy finish here. Before we talk with our top 3, let's go ahead and take a look at our final race results. Let's make this disappear. Your race winner here is going to be Ryan Warp. Jonathan Stidham came home second. Jeremy Root came home third. Dennis Kane, Chris Gotzel, Kevin Allen, Truth Hope, Dana Ryan, Aaron Roth, Jack Kelly, Joe Bonner, Andrew Teft, Dwayne Drummond, Mark Ozier, Barry Nelson, John Sowitsky. Again, I think I pronounced it wrong. 17th, Troy Thomas, Mike Fudge in that 18th spot. 19th is going to be Brandon Puffenbarger, Matt Metler. We'll round out your top 20. Max Gamble, Blake Veakin will come home 22nd after that wild ride on the front straightaway there. Stephen Luttrell, Richie Joplin, Steve Vest, Timothy Eisburn, Brett Bray, Richard Ode. Danny Barnes, Steve Casil, Mikey Allen, Daytona Cross, and Austin Sale. That will round out your field here for today. And let's go ahead and see if we've got our top 3.
I believe we do. Who would you like to pull in here first?
Let's get our third place winner up here. Let's get Jeremy Root.
What's going on, Jeremy? Let's go to Mike up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir. I got you.
Man, you was able to bring it home for a P3 today. Walk us through a little bit of your race here.
It was hectic. That's all I can say to that. We were good. Just trying to find. This is the first time I've been in the truck since the new update on it. So trying to find my rhythm, figure out how the truck feels, and once you figure that part out, it's just a matter of getting through the field without creating carnage.
Yeah, very fair point. I mean, this new draft package is a little different. Kind of draws more like the ARCA car for me, but just a little less stable in my opinion. Anyways, I'm going to let Mike take over for questioning for you.
Stand for.
Yeah, Jeremy, what a wonderful run for you here at Talladega. You started back in just about that seventh spot, I think it was. But you dropped back early on, and just in the later part of the race, you slowly made your way back to the front. Talk us through your strategy for the race.
I had a plan to just kind of ride for the first half of the race just to see how things were going to play out. Because I know how aggressive guys can get early on, and I didn't want to be in the carnage at the beginning, so just kind of wanted to ride and see how everybody was riding and see how everybody's lines were working. I wasn't sure if third line was even going to work, but towards the end, we kind of made it work. That's really all I could do was just kind of ride. I didn't want to be up front because it gave me a chance to get the feel of the aero package, I guess is the best way to look at it.
Right. Well, congratulations on your third place here today. And is there anybody that you would like to shout out before we let you go today?
Our Speedco and the guys over there, they're hell of a team and got a good group. So.
Awesome. Well, congratulations, Jeremy, again on your third place. You have yourself a happy new year, and we look forward to seeing you again some other time.
Yes, sir. Sounds great. Thank you.
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, driver of that number 01 Chevy Silverado, Jeremy Root. Let's go ahead and bring up Jonathan Stidham with Overrun Racing in that number 42 Chevrolet. John, do you got a copy, buddy?
Oh, yeah, I got you.
John, what an incredible day for you. Started back at that 18th spot, came all the way up to second. Talk us through the race, what your strategy was after getting taken out a couple times. But you managed full throttle it on the tri-oval there to sneak through that last lap crash. Talk us through all that, and how was your race?
The race wasn't bad. I actually had 2 or 3 of those times where Days of Thundered it around the top. 3 or 4 on that big one. And then me and Steve Vest, the 06, we and him just had a little pat to just ride in the back and just wait it out. He started up front, so I just kind of waited on him. We just bided our time, got through the pit stop. So once there was 20 to go, we said, let's go. He got called up. Oh, yeah, let me apologize to Mikey Allen, too. I got into him going into one. Just a couple of trucks got squarely in front of me, and then I kind of took him out. So my bad, Mikey. Overall, good race. Can't really complain. I wish this was points pan. Could really use that. But, we'll move on.
Yeah, just overall, man, just what an incredible day for you in that number 42 machine. So you're gonna end 2025 here at Racers Elite, with a P2. What's your thoughts about January 2nd? Are you gonna be able to come back and crack away at another top 3?
We hope we get one better. Yeah, just we're trying to build. Just started this little team. Got a buddy Cameron that's just joined along. He's going to be in the truck series this year as well. So when we restart, we'll join the cup side of things on Sunday morning. So we'll just keep this momentum going, hopefully.
Absolutely. And is there anybody that you'd like to give a shout out to before we let you go today?
Yeah, I'd like to give a shout out to all the sons, the stepson, the 3 boys, everybody. Well, the 4 boys, sorry. And the girlfriend for letting me do this on New Year's Eve. She's sitting right behind me with a smug look. She's like, yeah, hurry up and get off this thing.
All right. Well, we will let you go so you can get back to it with your family. You have yourself a happy new year, and we'll see you in a couple days.
Yeah, shout out to you guys, too. Thanks for putting this stuff on. We rewatch it every night after we're done, and we love it, man. Thanks, guys.
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, driver of that number 42 Chevy Silverado, Jonathan Stidham. Let's go ahead and bring up Ryan Warp, driver of that number 45 Toyota from Texas Roadhouse. Ryan Warp. Ryan, what a up and down day for you. You were sideways, you were backwards, you were straight, you were 3 wide, 4 wide, in the back to the front. Talk us through your day.
Yeah, it was crazy. I wanted to try and run up front the whole time, but I don't know, didn't really happen. Got caught up in a wreck, and yeah, I don't know. It was I don't even know what to say. This is my first win with Racers Elite, and I don't know. It was awesome. Blake and Root, they're pushing the hell out of me at the end, and we were trying to get that third lane going, and it seemed like we were getting it going, and then all of a sudden you look and like, nope, it's not working anymore. Like, I don't know what was going on up there, but it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, coming to the checkered, were you worried about Blake getting you sideways in the tri-oval before he had his issues, or did you know that he was just going to stay behind you and push?
No, I knew that him and Root, they were keeping it.
But yeah, so Ryan, really good run there at the end. It was every man for himself out there. Dakota, do you have any questions for Ryan before we let him go today?
Well, first off, congratulations on your first win with Racers Elite. Been seeing it coming for a little while now. You've had pretty consistent speed through most of the events we've been broadcasting here. So glad to see you finally get it done. And what do you think was the biggest turning point in the race where you were like, okay, I got a really good shot here?
I think when me, Blake, and Root, when we got the third lane going and it got us up front, I think that was the turning point where I was like, well, one of us 3 is probably going to end up winning this. But then the caution came out. And as I told you guys yesterday, I'm not good on restarts at all. And I'm starting on the front row. I'm not good at that either. And I don't know, the 41 gave me a good push, and I was able to clear Blake. And I knew Blake was going to push the hell out of me and either wreck me or push me to the win,
Yeah. Well, otherwise, is there anyone you want to shout out, any sponsors you want to thank or anything?
I want to thank Blake and Jeremy Root for pushing me. Richie Joplin too. He was helping me out. All my fans that got watching me, they're all pretty happy about this. So I've never really had many viewers until I got into this, and then we got a bunch of friends watching now, and it was my first win with friends watching. So it's pretty special.
That's
Yeah,
a
for sure.
very good point. You're going to be able to go celebrate. And you got any plans for the new year? And are we going to see you on the second for the Daytona at the next gens?
I don't know if I'm gonna do the race on the second. We'll see. Who knows? I mean, I say I don't really want to do it because it's on a Sunday, I believe, like Sunday night.
No, it's Friday the second, I believe.
Oh, Friday the second. Oh, I
Yeah,
thought you meant like okay, yeah. I thought you meant money race or whatever. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'll be running that one on the second.
Alrighty, well, we look forward to seeing you there. And any final words before we send you out?
Well, happy birthday to Andrew. Blake tells me it's Richie's birthday today as well, so happy birthday to both of them, and thank you guys for broadcasting this, and Bryce for doing the race control.
Yep. Not a problem, sir. Well, we'll look forward to seeing you on the second. Hopefully, we can bring you back up here for another interview, man. And otherwise,
Yes,
Happy New Year and enjoy your night, sir.
sounds good. Thanks. Same to you guys.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, your race winner here at Talladega to end the 2025 year, and the final race winner for the year, Ryan Warp in that number 45, Texas Roadhouse, Toyota. All around Dakota, it was a phenomenal race, despite, of course, our electrical issues on my side and, all that really fun stuff. But any final thoughts before we close out today?
Final thoughts. We ended off the race, or ended off the year with a really good race here. A lot of side-by-side action, and we're coming into a new year and going to be doing even bigger and better things, I think, as, the Racers Elite starting to grow since we first got here. It's the YouTube channel. We're getting more people showing up for races and stuff like that, and the racing's still been pretty good. So looking forward to see what we can do in 2026.
Definitely, I couldn't agree more. Well, before we close it out, ladies and gentlemen, we want to send a special birthday out to Andrew Teft and Richie Joplin. Happy birthday, gentlemen. You guys have yourself a beautiful evening. Happy New Year. And Happy New Year to everybody else out there, especially to all of our viewers. Without you, this could not happen right here on Racers Elite. So if you guys haven't done so, go ahead and like this video. Subscribe to our channel if you haven't. Hit that bell to get all notifications when we are live, and we will be back on January 2nd. However, I will not be up here in the booth. I will actually be down on track with everybody, so I'm really excited for the second. And until then, ladies and gentlemen, you guys have yourself a beautiful new year. You guys be safe. If you guys are drinking tonight, call yourself a Uber or a Lyft or somebody to bring you home safely. All right, we will see you guys next year. And always remember, ladies and gentlemen, no matter what you guys do in life, have fun doing it. And until next time, have yourself a happy new year and a beautiful time zone. Adios.